Hello and welcome to the Magician with a Microphone podcast. I am your host, Chris Langle of Chris Langle Magic. Today is Thursday. And this weekend, I start at Lake Compounds in Bristol, Connecticut, doing magic shows every Saturday and Sunday, 11 and 3, 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. But I will actually be at the park from 10 to 6, performing close-up magic and doing everything in between my shows, you know, hanging out, talking to people, chilling, maybe riding a ride or two. I don't know yet. But the important thing is my show coming up at 11 a.m. and 3 o'clock p.m. every Saturday and Sunday throughout October, Lake Compounds, Bristol, Connecticut. Now that I've got the commercial out of the way, I hope everybody's had a good week so far. I don't really know what I'm going to be talking about this week because I missed AEW. I missed WWE. The only part of AEW I saw is the fact that they were in Rochester. It was a Brody Lee tribute show, and I guess Bray Wyatt didn't debut, but Sammy Guevara won the TNT Championship, so congratulations to Sammy Guevara. And then on WWE, there was Extreme Rules, or more like not so Extreme Rules. There was only one Extreme Rules match, which ended in bullshit controversy, as per usual, because it's WWE, and what else do you expect? How do you have the Demon Finn Balor lose to Roman Reigns after, I can't fucking believe this, by the way, John Cena comes down, right? John Cena breaks the top rope. Finn Balor's up on the top rope. John Cena breaks the top rope. Finn Balor falls down. Roman Reigns spears Finn Balor. Wins the match. And that's the only thing I saw. But even that's all I had to see. If you think about it, that's all I had to see. What the fuck is wrong with them? The creative process is so miserable, I swear. It's like, they'll never learn. They're never going to learn. AEW's doing it right. WWE's doing it wrong. WWE has become WCW with a lot of money. So, all of this just to set up Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia, which I am probably not going to watch because, let's face it, I am not interested in that show at all. And I don't feel like waking up early to watch it. So, there's that. Let's see. Something different actually happened to me this week. So for those of you who don't know, I'm an avid golfer. I would actually go down to the golf course at least 3 times a week and just play and, you know, try to work on my game. I was taking lessons for a little bit, but when COVID hit, that's when I really started getting interested. So I used my stimulus check actually to buy a couple of new clubs, my driver, my wedges, my putter, and I would just go out and play. And I was like I didn't want to just stay at one course. I never really considered any course my home course. But when I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I should try and get out to as many courses as possible. And then around the same time, Dave Portnoy was doing the pizza reviews, but he was doing them from his apartment. He was reviewing frozen pizza. And that was one thing that I love watching is the pizza reviews. And I was like, what if I reviewed golf courses? Like if I rated them from 1 to 10, like what Dave Portnoy does with the pizza. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. One day, I'm just going to go out to a course, film myself playing, and fucking review it. And that is where CT Golf Reviews was born. So I started a YouTube channel, I made a Facebook page, I made an Instagram page, and granted, I don't really monitor the YouTube or the Facebook and the Instagram page, but every week I would have a golf course review video, and it was going really, really steady. I had like 25 course reviews in the first season. And then this year comes around and I start doing some more golf course reviews, and I was actually getting paid for a couple of them. And then I got busy with my shows because they started picking up again because everybody's like, fuck COVID. We're just going to have events. So I'm like, well, shit, I need events. I need money. Wasn't getting unemployment, but I was getting, I was doing close-up magic at, the station in Naugatuck and, Shafrio and Ansonia. And, I got busy with Pete and Chris Amusements after I partnered with them, and I kind of put the golf course reviews on the back burner. But I love doing it because, playing at the different courses, meeting the different people, I would have a criteria on how I would rate the courses. I would rate them. At first, it was by scenery, staff, difficulty, and course layout. So I would take all that into consideration as I was playing, and then I'd rate it based on that. So I take the 4 numbers between 1 and 10 that I would score each criteria, and then I would add that up, divide by 4, I think, and that would be my final score. It was a very mathematical way to rate a course. But then, come Season 2, I realized, you know what, maybe difficulty doesn't really play into the course, because everybody has their own playing style and everybody's got their own difficulty levels and stuff, and some courses might be harder than others. And then somebody gave me the idea of course conditions, and I'm like, oh, that might work too. You rate the course on staff, whether they treat you nicely, how the people at the desk are in the pro shop, how the starter is, how the greenskeepers are, and all that stuff. And usually they're very nice people. I've only had maybe like 3 or 4 instances where there was somebody who was just a complete and total fucking douchebag to me. But I don't even remember what courses they are. That's how minuscule it was, But I do remember one course, but I'm not going to bring it up. But they know who they are if they saw my review. I'd rate them on scenery, so how the course looked from the outside of the pro shop, if I was able to get some good pictures and videos of it, what the course looked like from the tee boxes to the greens, the smaller things, the gardens and everything, the bench layouts, and, whether they kept all of their signs for for what hole you're on clean, the flowers that they would plant around everything, the ball washers and all that stuff, whether if the flags were in good condition, if the sand and and the bunkers and the water looked nice, if the green looked nice, it would depend, because I really think that part of the reason why people would play at a golf course is because it looks nice, So I would take that into consideration. And then course conditions, whether the course is in a shitty condition or not, if there's potholes all over the place on the cart paths, I would actually consider a cart path. If the course had a full cart path, all the way around the course that I can do the 90-degree rule on, which if you don't play golf, basically you drive up to where your ball is on the fairway, on the cart path, and then you can go onto the fairway 90 degrees to your ball, take the shot, and then go right back onto the cart path and continue to follow it. So I like doing that because it doesn't fuck with the fairways too much. Also because I have been on courses where people have literally taken hole shots on the fairways and it fucks with your shot. And if I don't like that, I know other people don't like that. And I don't want to do that because other people might not like that. I've seen people drive on the green. I've seen people try to do donuts in the fucking fairways. I saw somebody get stuck in the sand trap one time with a golf cart. It's actually quite funny. Did I help him? Yeah. Did I get anything out of it? Yeah. The guy gave me $15. Why? Because nobody else came over and helped them. So, yeah. $15 to get a cart out of a hole. That's what you can get on a golf course, guys. Don't worry about going pro. Don't worry about making the millions of dollars on the PGA Tour. For $15, you can earn that if you push somebody out of a hole because they don't know how to drive a golf cart. Anyway, I would take into consideration whether or not the bunkers were actually raked, if they were just filled with rocks or like caked on sand or something, if the tee boxes were mowed and in a good condition, if the course was playable, if the rough was too high, if the greens sucked, if they had like divots and, ball marks and all that shit, or if like patchiness, and there was a whole bunch of shit that I would take into consideration for course conditions. What the paths looked like, what the cart paths actually looked like, whether they were paved or whether they were just like dirt paths and rocks and all that shit. So that would be course conditions. And then, I would kind of rate in the difficulty, whether the course was hard, whether, because I personally, I hate dog legs. So I would actually deduct, and people don't realize this, I would deduct points if your course had too many dog legs. It would only be like half a point, but I would still do it because I don't like dog legs. So there's that. And then the layout of the course. If it had a pretty nice layout, if it was interesting, and if it was like, just back and forth and boring, I wouldn't get too many points. But if it was like, through like woods or like maybe a neighborhood, or maybe I got to go over a bridge to get to one hole, or maybe the hole is an island that you have to walk onto, or maybe there's like a S dog leg or something that goes around like a ditch or a cave or something like that. There's stuff like that I would take into consideration as well. How easy the course is to follow, how easy it is to navigate on. Because not all of the courses have the GPS thing on the carts. You'd actually have to follow the map. And if it was easy to follow, like if I'm at the green and I say, oh, okay, well, there's a directional sign that says next hole is this way. Perfect. Awesome. I consider that. So I would take all of these points. I would rate each individual thing from 1 to 10, and then I would devise my total score, which would usually be a decimal point, like a 7.6 or a 5.8 or something like that. And then I would consider, that would be my rating, and then that would go on to the list. And I was really avid about doing this every fucking week. And then this year, I just got so damn busy, I went to Stanley Golf Course in New Britain, rated 2 out of the 3 courses, because they didn't let me play the third one. And the course really did not get a good rating, I'll be completely honest with you. But then I got so busy with my shows and with Pete and Chris Amusements that I haven't done any golf course reviews. It's been like 2 months. So the other day, when I was down at Trivia in Tarrytown, New York, I got a message on my Instagram, on CT Golf Reviews Instagram. Hey, this is Laurel View Country Club. We saw your review. We saw the rating you gave us, which was like a 4 something, 4.3 or something like that. It's the lowest rated 18-hole course on my channel. Because I have 2 different levels of rating. If you're a par 3 course or an executive course, you get a different rating because you're not necessarily a full course. On the contrary, if you're an 18-hole course, you get a different rating as far as, like if you're a 9-hole course, I'll rate the 9-hole course. I'll go around twice for my handicap. But if you're like a par 3 course, I know that it doesn't count towards the handicap. I know it doesn't, like it's going to be a short video. So maybe like a 5.7 is a little high for a par 3 course, because there's really not a lot to offer. But anyway, Laurel View was like a 4 point. I think it was a 4.5. I think it was either a 4.5 or 4.4. Might be lower. Not sure. But anyway, worst golf course in Connecticut as far as I'm concerned. Worst played golf course. And I went onto my Facebook page and I was like, what is, in your opinion, the worst golf course in Connecticut? Everybody says Laurel View. Now I'm getting comments. Apparently they have gotten a new management system or something, or they hired a whole bunch of landscapers and shit to come in and fix the course. Now I've got people calling me and messaging me on Facebook and Instagram, dude, come back, the course is immaculate now. And I'm like, oh shit, I actually might have to give these guys another chance. So next Wednesday, I am doing the very first, and for the first time in 2 months, I am doing a CT Golf Reviews Second Chance Review. And I think that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a mulligan. I'm going to call it a mulligan review, because in golf, a mulligan, you get to, do it again. So this is going to be a mulligan review of Laurel View Country Club, and it's in Hamden. It's an 18-hole course, and I even said in the video, the course has so much potential to be one of the top 20 courses in the state. Now, mind you, there are 197 golf courses in the state of Connecticut. Laurel View Country Club has the ability, has the structure, has the layout. It's set to be one of the top 20 golf courses in the entire state. But because it's so badly managed, and because the landscaping is so poor, and I mean, the sand traps feel like you're hitting off of baking soda, the greens are patchy and shitty. It literally looks like old moldy carpet. It was to the point where when I reviewed the course, it was like 2 weeks after a tornado hit, and I couldn't tell the difference, okay? Because I had played there prior to me actually starting my YouTube channel. I actually had played there a lot, trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, because I like the layout of the course. I like the playability of the course. I like the pricing of the course. I don't like how fucking terrible it is, though. But me having to be the baby face, I gotta give it the benefit of the doubt. And by the way, CT Golf Reviews, I think, is the only piece of media that I've got where I don't swear. Everything else, I don't give a fuck. Point proven. But, I'm getting all of these messages, and I even got a message from the guy who runs it now. I'm like, sitting there, because he's like, hey, we just went through a major transformation. We got rid of a whole bunch of people. We went through, landscaper after landscaper, and we want you to come back. We think you'd be happy with the improvements. And I'm like, set up a fucking day. I'll come back. There's another course that I actually want to go back and review. Because, honestly, I did not have the best experience, but at the same time, I don't think I gave it a fair shake. With that being said, I told the guy at Laurelview, understand that when I review courses, I'm not doing it to be mean, I'm doing it to be fair. It wouldn't be fair if I, say if you paid off my greens fees and I gave you a good score. No, that doesn't, no. First off, don't pay for my greens fees. I never tell the people that I'm coming to review the course until they see my tripod on the first hole, which, oh, fuck, I gotta get a new tripod. I just realized that. Okay, I'll have to figure all of this out. I have until next Wednesday. I might just buy a new one. Anyway, it's gonna be weird. Like, I haven't done a golf course review in 2 months. I also have to make sure that my phone, my editing software on my phone is actually paid for, which is another reason why I stopped doing it, because I don't have good editing software. My laptop broke. Thanks to Eye Doctor in Naugatuck, Connecticut. Yeah, I'll put you on the spot, charging me $300 to break my laptop even more, you stupid con fucks. Anyway, so, they're telling me, come see the course. We think you're going to be happy with the improvements. I'm like, set up a day. Let's do it. I'm excited. Let's go. And I'm thinking maybe, now that I've got a little bit more time, I'm going to be having a little bit more money, I can throw in a couple more golf course reviews. Because I'll admit, I fucking slacked this year. I should have gotten at least, I've got maybe 7 course reviews on my channel this year. I should have 20. And I haven't. But at the same time, I'm also not getting $600 a month from the government anymore. So, oh well. Fuck me. I should get back on track and doing that. Laurelview, I really hope that you impress me. That's all I'm going to say. So, but I'm excited, guys. I'm really happy. I'm really looking forward to what is going to be going on this year at Lake Compounds. This fall is going to be stacked for me as far as, playability. I have a feeling that, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you are listening to this podcast right now and you can get to Lake Compounds either on a Saturday or a Sunday and catch one of my shows, if you've already seen my show, you already know what to expect. If you haven't seen my show, you must have been one of the people who told me you'd come to the Bijou and never did. But I'm working on a different layout for it. I'm working on a couple of new things. I want to get some, I already said on one of my Instagram videos, I want to get phrases and stuff known throughout the park. I want people to walk away. If I'm walking around and all of a sudden I hear, "That's right, Rockstar," I'll be like, fuck yes, my show worked. Because that's right, Rockstar. So, people don't know where that came from, and I think I'm going to explain that. My friend Alex used to work at Honda in Watertown, Connecticut, and there was this guy there named Todd. I believe his name was Todd. Todd, for some reason, he would just say, "That's right, Rockstar," like that. And it just became a running joke between Alex and his brother Anthony and at their dad, at a campsite. So, they started saying it, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking funny. And then he sent me a video of the guy actually saying it. I'm like, that's fucking funny. And then he left, and I'm like, that's fucking open. So, yes, I will admit, I stole That's Right Rockstar from somebody else, but I don't think he got it from anywhere. I don't think it's copyrighted, and I don't really think he knows me. So, I took it, and now it's mine. So, That's Right Rockstar. That's why I say it. And I think it's funny. And I think it just sounds stupid and corny. And that's why I say it. Because if I sound stupid and corny, that's one thing. But if I sound stupid and corny and say something that people would repeat, hell yeah. That's like, I'm trying to figure out, like, how should I structure this show? So I want to come out, with something and say like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Tonight, Lake Compounds and Chris Langle Magic proudly presents you your magic show of the day. Yay, yay. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Langle, and welcome to my show. If you're ready for some magic, let me hear you say, that's right, Rockstar. And everybody's going to say, that's right, Rockstar. So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can have like a funny magic word. Not like abracadabra or hocus pocus or anything. And I usually have it, I stole this from Pete and Chris actually, where I will have one person say a funny word and another person say a funny word, and we mash the two words together, and that's our magic word. Well, lately I've been doing that, and I've been getting some really inappropriate stuff. Like some kid like literally yelled out penis at one of my shows. And I'm like, you can't fucking say that. It's a kid show. I'm not saying that. No. Of course, the parents didn't reprimand him because, why should parents reprimand their kids anymore in this day and age? But I was like, no, let's keep it PG for the parents because, when I'm in character like that, I gotta be nice and I gotta be PG and I gotta be all this fucking fake ass bullshit. If I ever did a show the way I want to with my patter, with my fucking profanity and antics, I would love it. Unfortunately, the way that I look at it, perform for kids now so they grow up remembering me and tell their kids about me, and I'll become a household name like Bob Saget. Anyway. So I'm trying to figure out whether I want a magic word or something else that would really stick. Now, I know you guys are going to laugh, or sorry, you 3 or 4 people, because nobody listens to this fucking podcast. Probably going to laugh when I do this, but I'm thinking, my friend Jimmy had a brother named Sean years and years and years and years and years ago. And, he still has a brother. They're all still alive. I just haven't seen them in probably over a fucking decade. But they used to be my neighbors next to my grandmother, and I used to hang out with him all the time. He was my childhood friend. And actually, Jimmy, if you're ever listening to this, if you ever come across this for some reason, I hope you're doing well. Sean, I hope you're doing well. I hope your parents are doing well. I hope your lives are going well. I know my friend Jimmy just recently got married a couple of years ago. I wasn't invited to the wedding because I don't go to that kind of thing unless I'm booked. But I hope his marriage is going well. I know Sean just recently graduated. He's now a pastor. He's a licensed pastor now. So congratulations. I know some people on here aren't necessarily religious. I'm not super religious, but I believe that there's something out there. I believe that there is a God. I believe that there, is he exactly the way that the Bible portrays him? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. But at the same time, everybody has their own thing to believe in. As long as it makes you happy, it works. And I feel like that with anything. Like, I don't care how you live your life. Fucking as long as it makes you happy. Do your thing, man. Don't worry about what other people are, Like, yeah, I live my life off of what other people say, and I'll admit that's my biggest flaw. I have to. I'm an entertainer. If somebody doesn't like my show, I want to tailor it so that way maybe they will like it. Maybe if, one of my tricks are a little risque. If enough people tell me, I'll be like, fuck, all right, I got to switch something up, If you don't like my appearance, maybe I'll change something to, put a smile on somebody else's face. I don't know. But at the same time, though, if you like what you do, do it. If you like how you dress, dress it. If you like singing, fucking sing, Let us hear it. Don't let other people dictate your happiness. And again, I'm a hypocrite for saying that because I live off of what other people think of me. Shouldn't, but I do. Oh, well. So, that's like when I was down in Myrtle Beach. I wanted to go down there with this attitude of, hey, fuck what everybody else says. I'm me. I want to work the way I work. And then I ended up meeting the wrong people down there and fucking... Look, Myrtle Beach was a fucking nightmare for me, okay? And it sucks because at one point it was, in my opinion, it was the best place on the planet. But unfortunately, I met the wrong people. I got involved with the wrong people. I said yes too many times because I couldn't stand on my own 2 feet because I had nothing and I ended up getting in trouble. Let me talk about this really quickly because this'll, This kind of goes into what I was saying before about, do what makes you happy. You don't have to, like, conform to everybody else. I tend to, like, keep my likes and my dislikes to myself because I want to make everybody else happy, but also because I want to be that guy that everybody gets along with, you know what I mean? And I tried having that mentality down in Myrtle Beach. Like, I would walk into a club and I would see, I would see somebody who, let's say, drove a big, stupid lifted truck, which I fucking hate. I'd be cool if I'm like, oh, dude, fucking love your truck, man. Love it. Love all the work that you did with it. Hell yeah. Whatever. Do you. If it does make you happy, fuck yeah, do it, If somebody was like, sing country music. I fucking hate country music. It's quite a few things that I hate. Southern culture is one of them, especially Southern culture up north. I like Southern culture down south because that's where it belongs, in the South, not up north. You are not a fucking redneck if you were born in Waterbury, Connecticut, graduated from Bristol High School, and fucking decided that one day, oh, I heard Luke Bryan on the fucking radio, and all of a sudden I'm missing teeth and I wear overalls and I talk in a Southern accent, work on a farm. No, you are not a fucking redneck, okay? You ever heard the jokes like the Jeff Foxworthy, you might be a redneck? I want to start something that you might not be a redneck. And I think the top joke would be, if you were born anywhere above the Mason-Dixon line, you might not be a redneck. I can't stand that. And that's probably a big reason why I hate country music. Not all country music. I like guys like Travis Tritt and, Toby Keith, Alan Jackson, Brooks and Dunn, the classic guys. Willie Nelson, Hank Williams, Waylon Jennings, all of those guys. The modern shit, country rap, in my opinion, is the worst fucking genre of music I have ever fucking heard in my life. And this is coming from somebody who listens to Wesley Willis. Okay? And enjoys Wesley Willis. Country rap, to me, is the retarded abortion of two incested parents who are trying to make music. It is if a retard incest country singer and a retard incest rap singer decided to come together and have a retard incest baby, an Erica baby, Erica, yay, which is an inside joke, that is country rap. And did I offend somebody saying that? Probably. Are you going to listen again? Probably not. Do I care? Nope. Country music and rap music should have never been combined because it was literally the polar opposites at one point. All right? Fucking absolutely hate country rap. I think if you like it, you need help, all right? But the majority of people who like it are these fake fucking rednecks. These fake country boys who are born in fucking, Thomaston, Connecticut, or Waterbury, the most anti-redneck, anti-right-wing place you could possibly go is Connecticut. And they're driving around in these fucking souped-up, fucking lifted rubber band tire Silverados that look like shit that they fucking probably didn't buy. Or they've got these OBS trucks, which, don't get me wrong, I like OBS trucks as long as they are taken care of and maintained. If you have a clapped out shitbox OBS truck that you don't intend on working on and making into a showroom style fucking truck, I don't want to hear it. It does not look good. I don't care if the fucking diesel cloud that comes out of it can cover a Prius. Do I appreciate the smell? Absolutely. Please send the diesel smell my way. But if you have no intention on taking the truck and fixing it up and making it look like it's new again, I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay? Mainly because I can't tell you how many times I've seen these potentially nice OBS trucks, mid-80s, early 90s, Fords and Chevys and Dodges that just go to shit. They buy them, they fucking slap a fucking 6-inch lift, 33s, 34s on them, and then go mudding and then fucking junk them. Or in the case of my brother, he bought an 88 Ram, fucking tried to work on it, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and now it's sitting in my grandfather's driveway rotting away, and now they got to get it towed out because he doesn't know what he's doing. That is a waste of a truck. I don't want to see it. Get it the fuck out of here. I don't care. I will take a brand new fucking Toyota Tundra over an OBS shit box any day of the week, knowing that the owner is not going to do anything to make that shit box look good. I don't understand how people are proud of shit boxes. I don't get it. Your truck looks like absolute trash and you're not doing anything to improve it. You got rust all over the fucking place. Your bed's halfway falling off. Your windows don't work. Oh, but I got a big-ass lift and I got rock lights. I don't fucking care. Go down south. You won't see that shit down south. They maintain their vehicles down south. If your OBS truck looks like shit and it looks like it's been beat up, it's because it probably is a work truck. Not a fucking, I'm going to fix this thing up eventually truck and just drive it around with the primer still on it and fucking 6 different color body panels because I don't want to work on all of it at once. And if you can't afford it, dude, sell it. Sell it to somebody who can afford to fix it. Claim it's a project truck. I respect that. Okay. But a project eventually becomes laziness after a certain amount of time. All right? If road workers treated the roads the way people, these fake rednecks, treat project trucks, the roads would never get done. Or they'd get done probably in 10 years after it's too late. Anyway, sorry about ranting. I hate country music. That's what that spawned from. Yeah, I don't like this country rap shit. Okay, I think it's absolutely terrible. You got these fake ass fucking rednecks, guys. It's like what the fuck is wrong with you? You're not a redneck. You're faking your accent when you sing. That's not scientifically, a person cannot have an accent when they sing. Why? Because your brain is picking up the tone of the notes from the music, not the accent of the singer singing it. That's why you never hear an English person or a British person or a French person or anything like that, with the exception for some reason of Ed Sheeran. You never hear them having an accent. Listen to BTS, okay? I'm not telling you to actively, voluntarily listen to BTS, but BTS is they do K-pop. They are Korean. When they talk, they are very strong Korean accent. When they sing, they sound like NSYNC. No accents. Why is it that there's no accent when, say, Iron Maiden sings, or Ozzy Osbourne sings, or AC/DC, who are Australian? Keith Urban, who's Australian, there's no accent when he sings. There's actually not even a southern accent when he sings, and he's technically considered country. Sia, Dua Lipa, they're all from over the pond. They don't have an accent when they sing. Why is it that a fucking fake country boy from Boston, Massachusetts suddenly has an accent when he's singing? I got my truck and I've got my girl and I'm gonna drink a beer while I'm doing donuts all over the world. Why? Why do you have a fucking accent? And by the way, somebody could take those lyrics and turn it into a country song and actually make millions of dollars because that's how stupid it is, all right? I am ranting like a mother. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to rant. This is my podcast. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Isn't that right, Rockstar? That is right, Rockstar. That's right, Rockstar. Anyway, this sounds really fucking stupid, but I'm going to keep going because somebody's probably enjoying this somewhere. Somebody's probably sitting there going, you know what? He's got a point. Nobody else has an accent when they sing, but for some reason, Luke Bryan has this big old southern twang when he sings his songs. You know? Willie Nelson never had a southern accent. If you listen to Willie Nelson's early stuff, he never had a southern twang. Why? Because he didn't have to fake an accent because it wasn't cool back then. But now, you got guys like Granger Smith and Morgan Wallen and fucking Luke Bryan, Luke Combs, fucking, who's the other one? Brantley Gilbert, who I think has the worst voice in country music. Sounds like he's taking a shit every time he sings a high note. Absolute fucking horrible. God damn, I cannot stand country. I can't stand modern country. The latest country I will listen to is Montgomery Gentry and Big and Rich, who, by the way, are my two favorite country groups, next to Toby Keith. Montgomery Gentry, rest in peace to Troy Gentry, but they are my favorite. So yeah, country music, one of the things that I absolutely cannot fucking stand. Country, Southern culture in the North. Something I absolutely cannot stand. It does not belong here. The North beat the South in the fucking Civil War. I don't understand. That would be like if we started having a fucking tea time here in the United States every day because the Brits do it because it's cool. You know? Like shit. It'd be like if we started buying cars that had right side drive and started driving on the wrong side of the road just because it's cool in Britain. Didn't we secede from Great Britain? We don't want anything to do with them, right? We don't want them telling us how to live our lives. We don't, fuck them, right? And by the way, if anybody here is listening from Great Britain, I personally don't have any problem with you. I've always wanted to go to Great Britain. I love your culture. I love your history. And I want to try an English breakfast. I would absolutely love to try an English breakfast. It's probably a hell of a lot better than what we've got over here. And the beans on toast thing is just fucking fantastic. Can I just say that to you? Apparently beans on toast is a huge thing out across the pond. I tried it one day. I saw it on TikTok. I'm like, fuck, I gotta try this. And it's fucking delicious. Holy shit. Who would have ever thought of that? Baked beans on toast. Jesus Christ, it's so goddamn good. Anyway, I personally love everybody on the other side of the pond. I would love to visit your countries. As soon as this COVID shit ends, I will. Maybe I'll book a tour out there. Who knows? Got to get through the United States first. Anyway, so yeah, country music. Ford Mustangs. I hate Ford Mustangs. I don't care. I've tried getting into them, and then I had an incident down south, and I just look at a Ford Mustang, and I fucking hate them now. The long story short, I went drifting one night with the guy that I was staying with, and that's a whole fucking fiasco, because he's the big reason why I left Myrtle Beach. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to mention where he lives. I'm not going to mention anything. All I'm saying is if you're going to tell somebody that they could crash with you and you're going to help them out, try to get them on their feet after they move to some place that they don't know, don't kick them out after a week. That's all I'm saying. And if you know that he's a recovering alcoholic, don't drink in front of him and fucking smash beer on your car and get it all over him and then have your fucking alcoholic mother try to fucking seduce him. And yeah, I'm not going to get into all of that. Just guys, no boundaries. I drink now. I relapsed back in fucking May. But yeah, like shit. Don't do that. You know? Did I fuck up too? Yeah. I curbed a Mustang. I was drifting in a Mustang after I told the guy I didn't know what I was doing. And was trying to get back to the center of the parking lot. He had a big-ass hood scoop because he had a V8 motor in there. I couldn't see. It was dark. It was partially raining, and there was a smoke cloud, and I fucking went and curbed the Mustang and bent two of his rims. So I spent my second stimulus check on rims for the car. It wasn't even fucking grateful for them. He actually ended up telling, like, he told me, he's like, mind you, he was drunk all the time because he's a fucking alcoholic, worse than I ever was. He's like, those rims are shit. People want me to debadge my car because of those rims. I can't take those rims, dude. I'm like, dude, your fucking vehicle is fixed, bro. You can drive your Mustang after you literally threatened to shoot me the other night. If I didn't get rims on your Mustang, you said you were going to shoot me in the fucking head. So I got Mustang rims, and I put them on your vehicle, and now you don't like them because they're not the ones that you wanted. Go fuck yourself. But then I had an incident where I crashed his truck. I rear-ended literally right off of the fucking showroom floor, brand new Cadillac. It was like a CT6 or something like that, one of the big SUVs. Rear-ended it. Thought the guy in front of me was going. His brake lights were off. I thought that the fucking traffic was flowing. So I was trying to fix my phone on the same time. I was actually on my way to Walmart to get a new phone. Basically, what had happened, I broke my phone earlier that day. I had to rush to Walmart to buy a new one because there was a possibility that I had a gig that day and I was going to make more money. So I got in the truck that he let me drive, which, I in a way I do feel bad. It was his father's truck. It wasn't necessarily a bad truck. It needed work, but I was driving. I had my GPS on my phone, which was giving me issues. I was at a stoplight. I was behind this Cadillac. The brake lights went off. My mind, for some reason, said, okay, we're going. I let go of the brake, the fucking truck started going, and by the time I realized, oh shit, that guy's not moving, it was too late, and I hit the guy. And then the light goes green, go figure. So, and then that's when I learned that the truck didn't have insurance. So I got in big trouble for that, almost went to jail. Truck got towed, had to pay a whole shit ton of money in order to get that out of the impound, had to drive it back, and I had vowed since that day I am not driving anymore. Anyone who knows me, I have a driver's license. I got 2 tickets from that thing. Did I pay them? Nope. Could I pay them? Nope. Because I'm not going back down to Myrtle Beach and I don't have a bank account. So I'm just going to let those fucking ride out. I have no intention on driving. My license is probably suspended because I haven't paid those tickets, but at the same time, I'm terrified of the road. To this day, I still get flashbacks when I drive because I don't like fucking driving. I don't like vehicles. A couple years ago, I was in a very bad car accident. Former friend of mine lost control of his truck on a bridge on an icy road, and we slammed into the guardrail and flipped the truck at 70 miles an hour. To this day, I get PTSD behind in a vehicle. If we are going anything over 55 miles an hour, I have silent panic attacks. But I can't tell any of my friends because all of my friends are car guys, and according to them, if you're not going 90 miles an hour, you're a pussy. So I just choose not to drive. I will spend the rest of my life paying Ubers and paying Lyfts and paying taxis and my friends to drive me places as long as I know I don't have to drive a car. I am perfectly content with never fucking driving again. Ever. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. And I don't care what people think of me. I'm not driving. I have no interest. Anyway. I found out that he didn't have insurance and the fucking truck is actually registered in his dead father's name. He never got anything transferred over, so that opened up a whole world of shit. And now I've got people coming after me for fucking money because Chevrolet wants their money. Do I have it? No. Are they going to get it eventually? Yeah. Are they going to get it now? No. Does somebody want to let me borrow fucking $4,000? Hopefully. Because that's only partially what I owe, but $4,000 would really help right now. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and beg for money. So driving, another fucking thing that I hate. Mustangs, fucking hate Mustangs. Cannot fucking stand the look of them. Cannot fucking stand the sound of them, except for a Roush Stage 3 or a fucking Shelby GT350 or 500, because I really like those motors. But the early 2000s Mustang, cannot fucking stand it. I think they look like shit. You will never convince me otherwise. Yeah. Ranch dressing. I hate ranch dressing. Why? Because I had way too much of it and I just don't like it. Myrtle Beach. I don't like Myrtle Beach. again, used to think it was the best place on earth. Used to think that that was going to be the Las Vegas of down south. And it turns out not only is it not, but it's so fucking difficult to get in there. There's like no point. I marketed to everything, you know. But at the same time, too, I feel like if I go back to Myrtle Beach, there is a chance I run into the people that I ended up having problems with. And I don't want to even risk that because I am deathly terrified. My number one fear is confrontation. And I would rather avoid all of my problems and fucking run away from them than deal with confrontation and fucking step up. And because I'm a bitch and I'm not a man, let's face it. At least that's what all of my friends and my family are going to say about me. Yeah, let's see. What else? Country music, ranch dressing, Myrtle Beach, Mustangs. Don't like any of that stuff. Driving. Hate fucking driving. God, there's got to be something else that's on like my fucking top list of things that I just don't like, because that's only 4. There's got to be number 5. What would I, oh, small dogs. I fucking hate tiny dogs. Little fucking yappers who don't leave you alone, fucking bite your fucking ankle every time they want a treat, and you're like, no, go the fuck away. And then they start like yapping at small things and fucking barking at, like, my grandmother has 2 dogs and I hate them. That's why I'm saying this. Every fucking minute of the day, at any little thing, they will bark. If your dog is small enough to put in a purse, you don't have a dog. You have a rat that barks. If your dog is big enough to where if it jumps on me, I literally feel like I'm going to suffocate, that is the perfect size dog. I love it. I will pet it. I will cuddle it. I love big dogs. If you have a little puppy that I know is going to grow into a bigger dog, I love that dog. Come here. I will pet your dog. You're a good dog. I like you. Or if you're a little puppy Labrador retriever, a little pit bull, and something I know is going to grow up to be 150 pounds, fuck yeah, let's hang out all your life. I'm going to pet you from when you're a little tiny puppy to when you're a big old dog and then you die. But if you're going to stay the same size your entire life, and you're going to be loud and annoying and bark at everything and shake when you fucking jump and bark and fuck you, I hate you. Yes, that's my top 5. That's my top 5. And wasabi. I hate wasabi. I cannot stand wasabi. Stuff sucks. So anyway, if you need to book me for a gig and you're in Myrtle Beach, forget about it. Anywhere else, please. Please, 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 book me. But yeah, so I'm sorry I ranted. I went on a fucking 30-minute rant. God damn, dude. Holy shit, this podcast was supposed to end almost 30 minutes ago. Fuck it. Oh well. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I don't know. I've got the gigs coming up, guys. Lake Compounds, Bristol, Connecticut, Southington, Connecticut. Technically, the park is on the line. Every Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. That is when I will be on the stage under the pavilion next to the Zoomerang. Come and see me. That is every Saturday and Sunday of the month of October. I wish I could talk about wrestling this week, but I didn't watch it. I'll have to fucking catch up and talk about it next week. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to get going. It is almost time for me to close up the gallery, actually. I'm not going to lie. I have got to get going. So, hope you enjoyed the podcast today. I'm sorry about ranting about shit that I don't like. I can tell you right now, something I do like is all of you guys who listen, all of the guys who take the time out of your busy lives to listen to the sound of my voice every single week, especially one person in particular, and you know who you are. It's the same person who asks me every week, when's your podcast coming out? When can I hear it? What are you talking about? Dude, I know who you are, and I acknowledge you. So, guys, I'm Chris Langle with Chris Langle Magic. This is the Magician with a Microphone podcast, and I will talk to you later.